my name is Judge, and I'm ready to see what the arena has in store for me today. Let's get in there and see what happens. Whew, Hunter, Rogue, or Priest? Now, Rogue I believe is second best next to Druid. However, I have had really good success with Hunter. My last 2 Hunter runs have both been 12-win runs. I think I gotta stick with my guns and keep going Hunter. May my aim be true. Let's get in there and smork. Oh, I do love a nice Hunter. I do love a nice Hunter. Guardian Og OP. Hogsteed's good, but Guardian Og too strong. Lion can be very, very strong in this meta. Lots of good death rattles to hit. Fine card on its own. Overconfident Orc is good. This is good to smork, but Orc is probably just too strong. You play Orc, and then you smork. Another fine 3-drop over a Knife Vendor finisher. Orc is good still. Darkspear is incredible. 4-mana 5/7. Yep. Saddlemaster is a ton of fun and really good. We only have 1 beast, but we're looking to pick up kind of every, like, Wolpertinger, cats. Small beasts are something we look for a lot in Hunter. Lion Colossus is a dream, but not really a practical one. We don't want games to go to turn 10. Yeesh. These aren't very good. Shavara is a decent card in general, but in Hunter, I really want to get board presence nice and early and not ever have to give it up. So Shavara usually isn't really doing what I want it to do for the class. The other cards, though, are... I mean, you could always take a Brewmaster for turn 2. It's fine as a 2-drop, but I want to play turn 1s. I want to play a turn 1 card, so it's a little tough. I think I'll still go the Brew in case I miss turn 1. You've got the Guardian Og. I don't really think... If I have to play Shavara, I'm not doing what I want here with this deck. Razor Jaw's good. This is... Discover a beast from your deck. Give all copies +2/+1. 4-mana 3/4. Tutor a beast, and it gets a buff. It's quite strong. I just need more beasts. I need more beasts. It's a fun card, too. That's a beast. That's a beast. Overwhelm is reasonable, but we need small beasts. Carrion Studies OP. Can get you a nice Tonky boy. Wolper, that's what we need. Oh, that synergy, though. That synergy. Warsong Wrangler Wolper? Yup. Fire me up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 3-drops. And only 1/1. I do like starting on turn 1. Argent Squire is very tempting here. I think because this isn't a beast, if it were, I think I'd take it. But I'll take the Dirigible. I do still need another 3-drop. Tracking's great, right? Lower win rate, probably because people play it when they should be playing tempo. Once you're done with all your tempo and you come into like a mid or later game tracking, card's pretty good. I have, what, 1 mech for Ursatron? It's not horrible, but we'll take our first later game card. Smug Senior is still pretty good value. Hellbore, underrated. Underrated, great card. 1-mana beast, perfect. Probably a 2-mana card here, right? There's no guarantee I'll be able to play my Youthful without bringing back like a Hellbore or something. So probably just a 2-drop here. Seems fine. Another Small Beast. I don't really have that many spells. I do have 2 2-cost Murlocs, but one of them's Razor Jaw, which isn't usually surviving the turn. I guess I could go for it as a more aggressive 2-drop. But we do have the Saddlemaster, so we want beasts. I think I'll go with the Mana Feeder by a hair here. Moonprey is excellent. Moonprey is excellent. Do I want it over a Freeze Girl? I think so. I have so many 3s. But you can, like, freeze stuff like Darkspear Berserker for your opponent and just go face and ignore it, and it's pretty good. Tight one, tight one. Og for the ping. I think we have so many 3s we'll go Moonprey here. Close call. Piranha Launcher. There's a card. Yeah, there's our finisher. Drafted Piranha Launcher? Yes, please. Resizing Pouch? I better take the Claw Machine. Resizing Pouch is really, really strong right now, especially in Druid, because you can actually last a little longer, or you want to last a little longer, because the 9 cost pool is just insane right now. But we'll take the Claw Machine. Beowulf A. We got some 1s. We got the Saddle Master. Not too bad. Piercing Shot is fantastic. But do we need the Proto Drake? Proto Lion Dreams? Damn, I really do love Piercing Shot, though. Do I need the late game? I have Carrion Studies, which can offer late game. I have Smug and Claw. It's a pretty nice late game piece, Proto Drake. And I do have the Lion. I think I'll take it. The idea is that if you take the Piercing Shot, you just might not need the Proto. Anyway, like you might not need a turn 8. Heck. What should I take here? You know what? Let's just end games on turn 7. Who needs a Proto? I got a 1-mana Proto right here. Tight pick. Now we take the Murloc 2-drop. Who needs Taunt? Taunt is cheat. Burl Infestation is OP. Such a strong card. Circus Amalgam is a beast, which could help if we have to play our Saddle Master on curve. It can get a buff from Hellbore. However, we have Lion, and Wanderer is pretty annoying to deal with. I think the Wanderer and Hunter is just a little better, but it's close. 3 more picks. Get ourselves a big Taunt. I know I just said Taunt is cheat, but I don't want this garb. And DID over another Redgill. Already got Redgill, already got Hogsteed. Let's take the DID here. And last pick. Just a big beefer. Forget about your coins. I'm gonna just smork you down. All right. The deck is rated 69. Perfect. And we're ready to go. This is probably one of my weaker hunters I've drafted in the last couple, but I mean, when the last 2 were 12-win runs, they were pretty excellent. This looks like it can win games. We got a really nice curve, and it may look like, you know, we might fizzle out after turn 4, but I don't think we actually do. We've got Carrion Studies, we have Saddle Master, right? We have Warsong Wrangler, we have Claw Machine. Smug Senior adds another Smug back into hand. I think we're fine as far as having enough cards goes, because we want games to end around turn 7 or 8 a lot of the times anyway, or at least be in a spot where we can just use our hero power every turn from 7 or 8 and win. Who's ready to smork? Let's get to it. I think this deck looks nice. It looks nice. I'm going to play my minions. Here's the plan. Here's the game plan. I'm going to play my minions on the board, and then I'm going to use them to hit my opponent's face over and over and over again. Let's do it. Tracking on 1? I don't want to do that. I just said how I don't want to do that. I want to play tempo, but what are the odds I get another 2-drop if I coin this Youthful? I have to keep the Berserker. It's way too strong. The other idea would be, like, coin the Berserker. I think you just toss the tracking here. If we're lucky, we get another 2. Those are some big 4s. So do nothing on 1, then Youthful, then coin this? I guess. I don't like doing nothing on 1, but I suppose we got stats coming down. No first day of school? What is this? Is this even a paladin? Oh, baby. All 4 minions, too? Oh, mama. You love to see it. There's no need to coin 3s here. We got our big Lorge boys out there. 4/7 Orc? Come on, your hand's already so big. What is that all about? Okay, just block it out with an Orc. I know I said I'd coin this, but it doesn't seem like we need the coin to be ahead on tempo here, so probably just want to preserve the coin for a time where we actually need it more. Especially, it's just such a clean trade. We protect the 3/2. This is a clean trade. These guys are pretty susceptible to a Libram of Justice. So hopefully we don't see that card. Can't believe we drafted a Piranha Launcher. That's excellent. Okay, 4-3 into a 3-1. We're okay with this. They can't clear this. It's a good, adorable target, but we'll just start with our beefy Berserker. And I know I'm not going face. I know I'm not going face, and I'm a hunter, but board control against the Paladin is very important. They have some really, really strong buffs, and the trades have been too clean so far. Whoa! Just a scratch. Imagine giving your 4-drop +1/+1 and it still loses with a value trade. You know? Like, that's a rough go. That's a rough go. There's a few things we could do here. Could consider the piercing shot. You could just trade adorable this, trade, and then Saddle Master and play the 1. Is also fine. You could piercing and then make this trade and leave this alive, which that's a lot of face damage you're denying, but it does clear their board completely and keeps a taunt. I think that might be what we do. Keep that 5/5. Claw Machine can't get through to it. I know this feels bad. I know this feels bad. But I think we're gonna clear that minion and keep the taunt. Now we're ready to pop off with our Saddle Master, and things are looking good. Oh, are your cards not buffed enough? Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? You also didn't even hero power first. Come on, this should be a 2/2. What are we doing? Joker. You are a Joker. What are we going for? Constructed buffeted? I love it. Respect. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. We got so much time. What do you got for me? Oh my god. Come on. I can't play that. What are you doing to me? I get hero power, but this survives Consecration. So I think we play it. No need to pop the Divine Shield on this. And I just don't see how a Paladin wins this game from here. Their minions are big. I want to see how, like, what is this? This has like +4/+4 or something. Right? How big is this guy? No, don't play the top deck. How big is this guy? Alright. Alright. Hey, look at that huge peon. +3/+3. Very cool. There's a small beast. Should I be hero powering every turn? I have 13, 15, potentially 17 damage. A hero power? I don't think it's worth it. I think you just play the Mana Feeder. We don't need cards. What do I need cards for? This and a big 4? That's a big 4. And we're gonna be terrified of this. It's not like I'm trading into anything though. At the very least, you probably just play the big boy. 6/3 comes into it. Maybe play this. I think all of them are winning lines. Let's do the trickiest one to deal with on board. Why not? Nice. I'm ready to start my next turn. We're probably holding on to Libram Consec, and they're like, one more mana. It's a pretty good card. So the problem with like all these plays is that, you know, so much tempo sacrifice to get hand buffs when you're playing a class that just gets on the board and kills you so quick, right? You just gotta play, forget about the Invigorating Sermon, you just gotta play your like peon and develop stuff there, right? Like, it was already buffed a little bit. They did not even have close to enough time for Invigorating Sermon. I like where their head's at though. Good start. Let's keep going face. Show me the ones. Show me the Wolpers. Another Paladin. Really? Really? Do you have a first day of school? Okay, I love Piranha Launcher, and I hope I can draw it on 5, but I need to find Curve here. I'll try to coin 2s into the Jeweler, maybe. Nope. 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 Maybe I'll just coin 3s, I guess. Darn it. Look at my opponent having a really fast turn. Wound to Prey me. That'll have to do. That's just like a slower Wound to Prey, I guess. Definitely want to keep as much off the board from a paladin as possible early. Okay, that's nice to see. Does that ever mean I save the coin for maybe a smug down the line? I don't think so. Probably just get a 3-4 in there. If we're lucky enough to be able to make this trade and have them have a 3 health something on board, we can play the Orc. May end up just tempoing the Saddlemaster, though. Oh, something need doing? Whoa! Whoa, the random spell. Like, Paladin spells are, on average, not good. Like, that doesn't seem that strong. So we don't really get a super great trade with the Orc as far as it having 3 attack. But a 3-mana 1/6 taunt does really well on this board. So let's play it. You can play Carrion Studies Saddlemaster this turn and then play 5-mana Smug. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. We're ahead. Ooh, well, I think we might have found something better. Is that better? 5-mana Smug. I could go DID, value trade, value trade. Gives me a 4/4, a 1/1, and a 3/1. Or I could just keep a 1/2 and a 3/4 come into this. I think I'll do this play. I'm so far ahead on tempo, I don't really need to play the Smug this turn. I can just play a 3 and a 2, potentially. And Studies can discount something else later. Barricade's rude. It stops me from going face. Unbelievable. The nerve. The nerve. Noble Sack. Avenge? 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 Plus 2 attacks, so what if I did this then? What? Not Avenge? So I could have ran the Lion in it, like, here? What is the meaning of this? Oh my Yogg? I guess I'll never know this turn, because I'm just going to trade and play the Saddlemaster. I haven't played a card yet, right? So I can just go Saddlemaster and Murloc. Oh my Yogg, Never Surrender, Galloping Savior. It's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. Do I want to handle it? I could Lion the Hog, trade it, get 2 beasts for my trouble, and potentially even clear board. Let's see what we get from this. Oh. Well, that's pretty good. So, I could always just play that and trade with the 4/2, still clear board, and then get ready to Lion this, and I can fit into Carrion Studies after. The problem is, if they have Galloping Savior, I will trigger it. Do I care? Maybe I do. Let's do this. See what we get. Sunscale now? Oh my goodness. And I guess I could just leave this alive if it is Galloping Savior. It is not Galloping Savior. So let's use the rushes to clear these. Honestly, though, at that point, why not just keep it all clear? We got Zixors coming in, potentially multiple. So we can actually play a little bit more control. We have Smug Senior and Carrion Studies. So we could actually play a little bit more of a control game than this deck will most games. Okay, well, a large taunt is very rude. How about the Rat Pack Lion combos, though? It's so good. You gotta love it. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna shuffle more Zixors in and just keep adding Zixors to our hand. Let's start with this, because this is always happening. They might concede. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That is obscene. That is obscene. What am I supposed to do with this? Play it? Gross. Oh my goodness. 9 lives for my Zixor? I'm all in. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Give it to me. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So moral of this game, guys, is Saddlemaster is pretty good. Saddlemaster is pretty good, guys. Okay. Okay. Let's make room on the board. Do I want to shuffle more Sunscale Raptors in? Probably not even, to get my Zixors more easily, but I mean, I'll do it. You know, I'll do it. Maybe should have just been the Murloc in and face with everything else, but heck, why not? This is a tough situation for our opponent. This is a tough one. Yeah, they agreed. Might as well. I mean, we could have had a ton of fun, but at what cost, right? Our opponent would suffer, probably not want to play Arena anymore, and we don't want that. That was ridiculous. Another. What's gonna happen this time? Spellword, Jeweler, Dark Iron Dwarf, Disguised Wanderer. Do I go first? Rogue can be pretty scary. Now, usually Hunter likes playing a Rogue because they take a lot of face damage with their hero power. If I keep a 3. How many 3s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I do. How many 2s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, kind of. Show me the curve. Tracking? Tracking can give me the curve. Tracking, give me a 2-drop. I already have a 2-drop? Okay, tracking, give me a Piranha Launcher. Take the Saddlemaster out of those. For after turn 4. Coin Dagger, I dare you. Okay, there's our Piranha Launcher. So, how many people out there would hold the Acidic Swamp Ooze, I wonder? I wonder. Never, ever would I hold that Acidic Swamp Ooze. We're a hunter. We need to play our stats, get them on the board, start going face. Yeah, you know, they'll have a weapon eventually, but we can't wait for that. Dang, that's a very large card. Let's fit in as much face damage as we can before it wakes up. 4-drop. Hopefully not a beefy one. Oh, that card's pretty good. That card's pretty good, I hear. That's a tough one. Do I just DID this? Oh. If I play this, you can make this trade, and then I can play Piranha Launcher, in theory. It's just if they play something like Amalgam, although then I can get through it with this. So let's just play the big boy. And go face. And play Piranha Launcher next turn. They may dagger and take 3. But then it's just same story. Piranha Launcher into the 3-2 and 5-7 into the 4-4 potentially. If not face. Don't do it. Og Coerce. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop that. You're freaking me out. Oh, you know. Oh, no. No, thank you. That card's way too good, man. That card's way too strong and way too common. Don't do it. Tour Guide, Dagger, trades incoming. That's a pretty strong turn. That's a pretty strong turn. Can't really do anything. Our 5-7s threaten to be poisoned. If only I had one more mana. I could do something like Guardian Og this and trade it into the poison to keep the stats. And then Lion the 4-4, or like just clear both of those, keep a 5-6 against these two at the end of the day. The other play would be something like Piranha Launcher into the 3-2, trade here, and see what they do with the poison. That's a tough one. I want to go face. It's just we're losing the board too badly to do it. I go like 7 to the dome. The poison comes in, we just lose. Alright, let's get the launcher rolling. Keep the Lion. Run this in here. Forces this trade. And see if the poison comes in here. Poison in here, dagger in here, they develop. We can come in with Lion, Og on whatever they play. I mean, that's just I mean, those 4 cards, Tour Guide, Vile Fiend, Scorpid, and Amateur, are all 4 just premium road cards. Very tough to beat that start. That card I wouldn't call premium. We re-daggerin'? We re-daggerin'? I wouldn't mind that. We are re-daggerin'. Okay. Slow turn. Slow turn. I can give you some coins. Should I give you some coins? I could go Saddle Master. Go Saddle Master, trade here, Augit. We take 5 more damage. Or I could go forget the hero power and display the Soldier of Fortune. Doesn't seem like there's really a way to stop this from dealing that damage. I could Lion and then Aug the Lion into it, but that's just really weak. Really weak for the board. Seems like you do this. Alright, let's hope the next couple turns they have are as slow as the one they just had. We got Lion. We got Saddle Master Lion. That could maybe spark something. Okay, drawing cards is fine. We don't care about that, as long as it's not tempo on the board. Coerce, we do mind. But they don't develop anything. I said. They don't develop anything. Don't, whatever you're doing, stop it. Stop. Don't play that. Pretty rude, my guy. That's okay. That's okay. We're fine. We're fine. Hogsteed off the top. Hogsteed. Wolpertinger. Hellbore. Piercing shot? Okay. I can live with that. Piercing shot? And now I showed it to them. Should I do piercing shot? Maybe I should just tempo the DID and save it. Take less damage. Saddle Master. I could do something like Saddle Master and Lion anyway and challenge them to have another ping. Ooh, that's cheeky. I think I like that. Let's do that instead. Oh, hoo, hoo. Trampling Rhino. Oh, baby. Okay, well, they need to put some pressure on our face because we've got a lot of damage coming in here. We have a lot of ways to deal with minions on the board. Uh-oh. Well, that's... yeah, that'll do it. So I feel like that weapon should have gone face. Orc is a huge draw, potentially. I feel like that weapon should have gone face there. It doesn't change any... either we have lethal here, which we just don't quite, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. We have 13, right? DID, same story. Feels like you've gotta play this and pray. This and pray? Do you ever save your Piranha so that you can for sure piercing shot a 1/1 next turn? Feels like that's not gonna be an issue. We might be dead. Oh, we might be dead. Oh, we may be dead here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, there's one more turn in this game. Our opponent is getting one more turn here to win the game, right? There's no way they're going to last another one. Do you have it? Wicked Stab. Vulpera. Eviscerate. Vulpera. There's a lot of combos of rogue cards that get the job done here. Let's close our eyes and listen. See if I can figure out what play they're making. So far, they're doing nothing. Deep breaths. I almost peeked, but I didn't. They're thinking. They're in disbelief that they don't have an answer to one taunt. They're like, that's a trade. That's a trade. That's a trade. That's a trade. Healing is cheating, but as long as they don't... I mean, that's not enough, right? They traded. It's over. So if they had gone face with that weapon instead of clearing our 5/1, they would have won this game, right? Almost always. It's not always true, but most of the time, if you can set up lethal, it is the better play than if you don't set up lethal. Or was our taunt always going to be in the way? I know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so like, I guess them setting up lethal doesn't magically get rid of my overconfident orc. But still, forget it. It's still, they should have set up the lethal. If I didn't play the taunt, they could have set up lethal, and that's important. And that's important. Now, the overconfident orc was still there. They wouldn't have won. I've been drinking again. But still, seeing their hand afterward, they didn't have that 2 damage. They should have set up that lethal. I'm sure we can edit that in a way that makes me look like I know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, 3-0. That one was close. Smork City. Population 69. Let's go. Let's get hunting. Adorable Infestation is nice if I can hit something Coin Youthful into it. Uh-oh, we're playing a Transcended Hunter. That's scary. They're gonna know. We're both 3-0. They know how to smork. Keep the brew, look for other tempo plays. Find an ooze and a big beefy 4. It's pretty good. Problem is we're going second in a Hunter Mirror match, which is not great, especially if they start with a 1-drop. But they'll never do that. Nobody drafts as many ones as I do. Oh, damn it. Darn it. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That might just be, honestly, it sounds insane, but like Wolper on 1 going first in a Hunter Mirror match? Like, I can't coin out a 3-2 against that, right? Coin, if they didn't have this, I coin out the brew, I play the adorable and the 1, and we're off to the races. But now it's just like, what can I possibly do? Hunter v Hunter, who goes first, who goes second, is one of the most, like, it's one of the most punishing going seconds in the game. Do I really coin here and make them trade that and play their 2 and then play ours? And then what on 3? I need to play my tempo. I need to. Even if I lose 1 mana on it, I need to play every single mana worth. So they double trade, and maybe they hero power. And didn't hit a 2-drop. I see you hovering. I see you hovering. Double trade. Top decked it? No, 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 no. No, no. No! Oh, that's disastrous. If none of these are 2s, I'm going to be a little salty. We'll keep our eye out. If they are, then I'll admit that, you know, we are getting destroyed anyway. That's not a 2. Keep your eye out on here. It's disgusting, but it's not a 2. So they'll double trade here. We'll double trade here, and then we'll tracking into what? Lushwater Mercenary? Tracking into a 1 or 2. We find none of the above. That is bad. That is bad. That is bad. Better take this for an answer to the 1-3. We are losing the game. And if we had gone first, that might not be the case. Oh, bother. Oh, bother. All right, let's get that out of there. Really, really, I mean, top tier 1 into top tier 2 into top tier 3 into good, really good 4. And since they're so far on tempo, they can play an excellent 5 for value. It's over. This textbook. This is textbook how to get run over by a hunter. Can we do anything about this? This adorable doesn't work, man. It doesn't work, man. You eat that damage, and they... Well, I mean, it's over. It's over. Let's go with this play. Again, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need a slow turn from our opponent if we're ever gonna have a chance here. The idea here is they bump. They bump. We're able to clear the 5-1 with our Cub. They play something perfect for us to Claw Machine. We eat 4 damage, but our Claw Machine target is Wilpertinger, and we swing it back. Could be Piercing Shot on the 4-7. I'm wounded. You got me. I've been wounded. Sporp into one of the best spells in the arena right now for Hunter. And that'll do. That'll do. Not really anything to do here. Right, you go Claw Machine to try to find I don't know what. And then you run Dirigible into the 5-1. No! Come on! The one time we luck into Wolpertinger off of Claw Machine, it doesn't matter because we're losing so bad. Damn. That is tragic. That is absolutely tragic. What a sad story. If we go first, I think we can win. We win this game. It's tougher to say because like we actually still don't get the first minion on board, so maybe not. Right? Like they get the Wolper before we don't have a coin for the 2, but I think we could win this game if we went first. All right, shall we? Shall we get out of here? Show them our Wolpertinger and get out of here. And do this. And unfortunately, they have lethal on the board. If only these Wolpers had Taunt and also Divine Shield, then we would still lose to Hero Powers. This just shows Hunter is OP. Our opponent played very well. There was nothing we could ever do there. Oh, and they had this nice combo too. Very cool combo. This is a classic instance of what we call queuing into a loss, where there were no mistakes made, and if you say that coining the 3-2 was a mistake, it wasn't. We would have just lost quicker if we hadn't. No mistakes were made, but there's just no possible way to win. Queued into a loss there. Next game. Ooze, Mana Feeder. Was that an Auric? Do I have 2 Aurics? Playing against a warrior. Cross your fingers for no Ganarg on 1. Seems like a good enough start to me. We'll probably coin Mana Feeder into Ooze, but if they play Ganarg on 1, we'll save the Ooze. Don't do it. Nice. Alright, let's get you in there first. And now that we got another 2, we'll probably save the Ooze anyway. Because warriors do usually have weapons. If not Ganarg, then Sword Eater. If not that, then... Is Cleave Weapon still in? Wow, that's slow. That is slow. That's just what we like to see. Now Hero Power. Hog is a great card, but it's a little bit weak on this board. Throw down our Orc. I do love the old Orc and Smork, but this is just a clean trade. We gotta make that trade. They play Sword Eater. Hit once. We play Ooze and are still losing. Oh my goodness. That is rather large. It can't actually get through here, though. We could... I better clear it. I mean, it's just, if I had another curve play, like an actual good turn 4, I'd consider just, like, spreading and going face, and then eventually having that deal 5 more damage. We just don't have a turn. What do you get? We play off curve with the dirigible, I guess? Would be the alternative? And then play this on 6? I guess we could do that. Could do that. This corrupts this guy. Playing a 3 and a we're playing a 3 and a 2 next anyway. Okay, I've convinced myself. This is almost a 4 mana card anyway. Let's get pushing. Let's get pushing. See if they weapon this taunt. Okay. So they want to keep this at higher health. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. How do we want to handle this? Saddlemaster doesn't really have a place on this board. Because you're not clearing both things. Play this in the Ooze? I guess you probably play it anyway. It's a sad life. 3-2? You don't want it to be Scorped. A 4-3 does a good job of dealing with both of them. I think we're just pushing face here. You make your your value trades. My piercing shot can clean up. You've got 15 health with that death rattle, and even less with this piercing shot. So let's give them one turn to play a taunt and grab this board. And if they don't, we just push face, hero power. Yeah, that's it. That's both taking the board and playing a taunt. So yeah, that's exactly what we don't want to see. Interesting that they would go into that and sacrifice their, right? So they take 1 less damage on this? That's very interesting. They could have kept their 4/4 into the 3/4, and this is a 1/4. But we should probably just piercing shot this. It's not the piercing shot I wanted, but this trade is too clean. And it's time for the ooze to come down. Would have loved it to kill something, but it's got to come down now so it can maybe go face. What's astonishing? That was a really, really good Rusty Iterator. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you drew top deck the weapon right after we played it. Typical. Typical. Right? Get this out of here. If you kill something, I'm going to be mad. Oh, you scared me, dude. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Vanguard, hold down the fort, buddy. You don't got to coerce or an execute, do you? No, you don't have an answer for that too, do you? Come on, man. We're playing every answer. Gorehowl? Gorehowl? My ooze, dude! My ooze! How dare you? They don't get to hero power here, though. They don't get to hero power, but I mean, what is this? Are you kidding me? You have to do this. You have to do this, and you have to hit that button every turn. I don't know that we get there. I don't know that we get there here. We need a claw machine. That's what we need, claw machine. Unless they somehow don't have an answer here. Pretty good top deck. Okay, that's not that good. They're just clearing the 5/1. Ah, that's pretty good. Another case of no hero powering, though. Doesn't matter if they hero power. We have absolutely no burst. That's got to be a good top deck. What are we looking for, though? Direwolf? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we don't really have good beasts anymore, do we? At least it's just draw. Ugh. Okay. Now what? Come on. Do I have to give them 1,000 attack here? I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just disastrous. If they clear both of these, it's over. But I can't let them... Like, I can't let them get away with clearing my board without... You know, we have so much attack there. We have to use it. That's fine. They have to hero power and use the weapon on the 4/3. Right? Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Why do you play this? What else? Like, this sets up lethal, right? So you got to do it. Like I was saying earlier, if you can set up lethal, you do it. This play sets up lethal even though you put the attack to 10. That's it. We did it. We pulled it off. Oh, mama. All you needed was one more answer. You almost had me, Warrior. You almost had me. Well played. Leave my beast be. That was lucky, really lucky top deck into that Direwolf, right? We needed a top deck. It could have been Claw Machine, right? It could have been pretty much just Claw Machine and that. So lucky top deck to save us there because we were in a really tough spot. 4-1. Let's keep smorking. The RNG gods favor smorking over cheating taunt and armor. I know that for a fact. Tracking, Adorable Infestation, Wound Prey. I like the Wound Prey Adorable combo. What's with all the paladins out here today, Bacon Tree? What are we doing? I don't think I want a tracking. That can come when every mana I have in my hand is spent. That's a little more like it. With these 2s, I don't think it's necessary to Wound Prey face. I have Wound Prey face a few times before. But if they play something that's a threat, we just hog seed into it. And now we'll just tempo the Youthful. And if it's Noble Sack, we probably want to trigger it with this. We could go like Mana Feeder, Wound Prey. Get that card out of my face. Get that card out of my kitchen, dog. Everyone's got that card. Yeah, admittedly, it is a little worse in Paladin. But all it takes is one high roll, right? If you happen to find a Blessing of Authority, it can just be over. Okay. Try to hog wound. I'm a little nervous about Noble Sack. So why don't I try this first and see what happens? Health? No health. No Omayog. Noble Sack. Do this anyway and then just hog into it. Just to make sure I clear it. Noble Sacked before this. It might be Avenge. I think it's worth a 1-1 to play around the Noble Sack. I don't want to give up the 3-2. So let's do this. Man, I'm going to look so smart if this is Noble Sack and so stupid if it's not. Damn it, that didn't go well. No, no, no. Getaway Kodo. Why? No, dude. That's not okay. You don't just get to play non-stop Sporps, man. I hope they discover another Getaway Kodo from Sporp. Stop this. Stop this at once. I don't have that. I need a Saddle Master and go off with Saddle Master as a response to this. This card is just way too strong. It's way too strong. It's way too strong. Too strong. Hey buddy, you want some coins? You want some coins, my guy? They're yours. You can have them. I hope you don't have healing. I bet you they just... So the thing about, like, Discovery, right, is, like... Sometimes cards, like, imagine getting a Holy Light, for example. Normally, it's not a good card at all. Just a rally for a 1-3 poison. Like, what a joke. And it's amazing. And it's amazing. I can't do anything about it. Oh, boy. 3 Sporps in my face. But yeah, like a card like Holy Light is normally not good, but you see you're matched up against a Hunter, all of a sudden it becomes a lot better. You know, like you Discovery just an extra level of making cards that normally might not be good, pretty good. So this is obviously a disaster. Maybe we can have them come into our Saddle Master instead of this. Could be an idea, actually. We could just do this, adorable, play a small beast, and they might see that as a bigger threat than the 5/6. It might be a bigger threat than the 5/6, but we can go face. The other idea is we just let them have this, make this trade, and do the Saddle Master play. And then if they have a True Silver, we lose. I guess we could adorable this then. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate not going face with this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, I like that though. All right, our nice 5/6 goes into a tiny Sporpy boy. And then we just start playing all the beasts, and our opponent never does discover the Librum of Justice, that's for sure. We're going to top deck Tracking and remove their Giant 5. Everyone's going to cheer and applaud. And that'll be that. Sounds good. Or even better, coin out a Giant 6. Taunt. Sure, I'm going to top deck a spell anyway. Oh no! Lifesteal? Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4. And then value trade? Yeah, I wish I got a spell, but I mean, at least we can kill this before it gets too out of hand. This comes down. Oh. This comes down. Hero power than this? Probably. Hero power after trades, though, then. This Direwolf is carrying this entire run right now. All right, let's get Consecration and then move on with our lives. Sounds good to me. Getting a, like, Ironbeak Owl is a tough one to draft because it's circumstantial, but getting it randomly, not too shabby. And we do not mind an 8/8 coming to a 5/1. You gotta draw that first, right? They know their holy spell is better than we do, but it seems like you gotta look for your Consec or something, right? Okay. Well, this is nice. Value trade. Play this beside Taunt. Discover a large beast. What large beasts do I have? I have a large lion. I have a Wolpertinger. Oh! Oh boy!
Hungry, aren't ya?
Oh yeah. Oh baby. Is that the right pick? Is that actually the right pick, or is it still lion? Though, you know? I should probably think about that. It might very well just be lion. That's a lot of stats, and they kind of showed they didn't have consecration. So let's do this. And let's do this. And let's also... Should I just play the taunt? I don't think so. That's a pile of stats. Like, that is a lot of stats. Forget the value trade. Keep that healthy. Forget the value trade. Keep that healthy. Nah, we'll value trade. Play this here. If they're going to clear this board, it's going to be Consec, so let's not even play the Ooze and just get that going. Yeah, I like it. I found it. I did it. I played the cards. Good. If you had Consec this whole time, there's no way. There's simply no way you'd run an 8-8 into a 5-1 if you had a Consec. That's not going to cut it. There's another Getaway Kodo. Another Getaway Kodo. Man, first 3 turns, it was Sporp City. Okay. How about this? How about this? And then maybe this? Could mix in a hero power, but I kind of like this. I want you to die? I don't think I really care about you, small peon. Although if you play a blessing, maybe I care about you just ever so slightly. Why don't we play around AoE since we have such a huge board and just do this guy then? Cool. Cards were played, and we've set up lethal. First day of school, it's too late. School is over. School is over, son. Bacon tree. It's pretty good. It's pretty good in general to get from first day of school, but probably too late. I don't think they have a Consec in their deck, or they would have looked for it with Night of Anointment on the first night. Cool, random secret. And then a concede, or bacon tree? This is oh baby. This is a run that seems like it really could have gone 3-3, you know? Oh, I gotta get Oh My Yogg lethal. I gotta get Oh My Yogg lethal. I don't have the achievement yet. I have to. It could be destroy. Destroy, reckoning. Okay. Down to 1. Carrion studies. Achievement was had. Achievement was had. I don't know what spell I'm looking for. Arcane missiles. Heck. One day. One day. Okay. 5-1. Seen a lot of paladins today. Who's next? A druid. Ooh, druid is scary. Best class in the arena as of right now is druid. They have insane minion quality because they don't have AoE, right? So it's just insane minion quality. If they get underneath you and like if they get too many minions on board, you just can't bring it back with this deck. So let's keep our ooze to play on 2, and I hope we get a 1. Hellbore, how about you? Oh, Hellbore. Okay, what do you got? Show me what you got. Now I need it. Now I'm worried about missing a turn 3 as well. Come on. Come on, deck. I draft 1,000, you know, cards 4 and under for a reason, right? Come on. What is this? Give me curve. Planes out of 2 themselves. We could just remove it instantly. There is the idea that we could play Redgill and Lushwater on the same turn, so let's just play the Ooze and see how they respond. Heck, are we gonna miss a turn 3 with this deck? Orc, overconfident Orc, don't do this, right? Just get on in here. Just get on in here, please. Adorable Infestation? Why would you play that on the 4-3 and not the 2-2 when I'm about to trade? I don't understand. Why would you do this? As if, oh, I want to punish this person so hard. We'll just do this and value trade then. Missing turn 3 with this deck really stings. That's really bad. They might not clear the Wanderer though. Maybe we can get an extra 9-1. Okay. Well, that is very rude. Just play this. And see if they run in the poison and then ping it? And then what? And then we have to piercing shot it and probably lose? That's not good. Okay. Okay. Tracking, so we can Lion double trade here and just keep 2 9-1s chilling on the board. They trade the poison off into one of them. We piercing shot the next turn. Can they handle the other one? I guess we'll find out. Let's start with the tracking then and see what we get. Ooh, I do love Saddle Master, but I'm afraid Claw Machine is just a little bit too strong here. We don't even have any beasts in hand because we're playing the Lion now. I guess, sorry, we're not saying goodbye to the Saddle Master. I am so used to tracking, discarding the other two. But no, Saddle Master is still in the deck. Oh, whew. So no need to worry. Yep. And yep. How can you ever handle 2 9-1s? With only one 1-1 on the board, you're going to need twice that many 1-1s to have a chance here. Damn it. Darn it. Frig. Okay. And we are behind on this board, which is bad news. That's a really nice top deck, though. Oh, that is a nice top deck. Should I play the Murloc after this? It'll be a 4-3. Is that worth a hero power? We could just play this and piercing shot the 4-3. Maybe that's better. So why don't we do this? Yeah. I think you just clear the 4-3, keep the board even, rip effect on this guy, but I think it's better for tempo. Okay, doesn't matter if that has rush. The Divine Shield's a little annoying. Probably Orc, Mercenary, Hero Power then? Can I find a Wound Prey? Almost. So forget the Hero Power, just play all your stuff. I think on this board especially, we need that Whooper out there. The Hero Power. Like, this does a really good job answering all this stuff. Marsh Hydra, we cry, and then we're 5-2. Does that sound good to you guys? Marsh Hydra, I cry. Like, those kinds of cards are everywhere. How about the 7-6 Rush that has Frenzy? That'd be a disaster, too. And they are more common than you'd hope. Cool. Kooky Chemist. Young Priestess. These aren't the cards I'm talking about. I promise Druid has better cards, guys. Okay, where does that health go? Into the 4-5, meaning I probably can do this into the 4-5 to start. Got a Hellbore, which is weirdly good right now because we can run this in here. Adorable this to get the value trade and then drop a 5-4 and also get a buff on this Cub, which will be a 2-2. Something like the Forest Aid could be disastrous. No. Wow. Druid, I was ready for so much more. I shouldn't say that yet. Fizzy Elemental coming down next? Is that all? Is that a Fizzy Elemental? Okay, well, I guess I'm playing this. I want it to attack face now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If it's a Fizzy Elemental, that is a big problem. Turtles are rude, but it's not as rude as a Fizzy Elemental. Scrapyard Colossus? You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. Those turtles are actually really strong here. Piranha Launch me. Thank you. Alright, so now even if they do play Scrapyard Colossus, they're on a 2-turn timer with simply us tapping the button. Still curious. I wonder how things change if they play the Adorable Infestation on the Mistress instead at the beginning. If things change just a little bit, enough to give them a chance. Oh. That's rather large. Respect for the card. Respect for the card. Fun card. Just a little bit too late. Hunter too quick. Hunter too good at Smork. All right, and we're at 6-1 once again. Find ourselves going for infinite. Lion, a piercing shot. Warsong Wrangler. I would love to keep a Warsong Wrangler. Oh, priest. Oh no. Gross. I don't want this. I don't want this at all. Am I going to be extremely greedy because I'm up against a priest? Get my Wulper? You should. You probably shouldn't. It's probably not correct. But am I going to do it? I think so. I think I will. I think I will. Check out this perfect curve I'm going to get. Well, I mean, it will be after this top deck of Hogsdeed. Sure. Yeah, that works. That's fine. And now we can grab our Wulper. Try to get some extra damage in before it gets to Soul Mirror. Renew into Soul Mirror time. Or Wandmaker into Renew into Soul Mirror time. Nice. Loving to see the Saddlemaster here. We're not going to be debated into holding on to the Hog just because we have the Saddlemaster. 1, we have Adorable Infestation. 2, we have Warsong Wrangler into Wulper. And most importantly, you just play your tempo as a hunter. Rip, 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 sad, 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 sad. Okay, pre-spells are terrifying, and we might lose to this, but what's the best tempo play? We're a hunter. What's the best tempo play? Adorable, bump, play the 2 1s, come into this after. Seems unlikely when you have a Saddlemaster, but we're talking tempo. I think you just play the Jeweler and go face. And if they bump here, they're going to want to heal after, and we're okay with that tempo-wise. Because we'd have the 1-1 coming into the 2-3. So let's see, they're probably going to run the 2-3 into the 2-1 first. They may potion. That's fine. Work, work. They're considering coining a thing? Do you have a thing to coin? You do. What is it? Og? Yeah, it's a pretty good Og. That is a pretty good Og, I must say. As good as ours? Just Saddlemaster Og, let them have it? That seems crazy. We could trade this off, Og Saddlemaster. It would probably result in this dying. That's a tough one. We could Og the 3-4 and value trade, but what does that really do for us? I guess then you'd have to play Wulper Adorable combinations thereof. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Do I need to play this later? Just play the Wrangler? Get your Mana Feeder or something? Get your Direwolf? Ah, boy, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to do this and pray, because the plays just don't seem good enough. The plays just don't seem good enough. It's risky. It's risky. But even if I, play a little less, like a couple small things and they Nova, like the Saddlemaster's not going to swing back the whole game against the late game Priest. So let's see how they remove this. Silence. They don't remove it. We have 1 turn. We have 1 turn before it gets silenced. Raise Dead finds a Peon and an Og or a Shadowed Spirit. Okay. So let's start with this. Wulper, what do you got? What do you got for me? That's not getting silenced. So this is going to be silenced anyway if I do play this. Do I ever not play it? Do I ever just bump this in and then play the Basilisk and Adorable Infestation and keep my stats. I could, like, just play the Wrangler as well and let them trade into whatever. Could be an idea. I think it's probably just this. Grab our Lion. Yeah, I'd love to find another Death Rattle, but the ability to deal 7 damage for 4 mana anytime to like a Smug Senior is probably too good.
You're paying for my distress.
There's the Og, sure. Shadowed Spirit, we do not mind seeing as many Shadowed. Go ahead, keep playing Shadowed Spirits. We don't care. Okay, so I did ask for a Death Rattle, but that's not exactly what I had in mind. This is really strong. This is really strong. Probably got to be this. This way too strong. Whack, whack. Make another 4 attack, as they say. Seems good. How good is Hunter, though, right? How good is Hunter, though? Okay, never mind. I shouldn't have spoke words. Darn it. Rip, dude. All right, let's get this Berserker and this Basilisk out there. Our opponent never has Potion of Madness. That's for sure. They definitely don't have Potion of Madness. That card is unbelievably rare. It's not that rare. And if they do have Potion of Madness, I'll tell you what, they definitely don't have a way to ping off the 1/1 anyway. Top decked it? Like what? Like what is this game? Are you serious? Are you serious? Top deck Potion of Madness after that. Unreal. Unreal. Unreal, dude. That is just unfathomable. What are the odds of that? 1 in a million. What are the odds of drawing a specific card out of 20? 1 in a million. Okay, so that's a huge problem. Let's see what's in the Carrion Studies. Nope. Those are not great. Gotta go for this. Just kind of make as awkward of a board as we can. Oh, Priest, man. Top decks the Potion. So rude. Come on. Come on. No. They had a second drafted Showstopper? Like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? So my Death Rattles go off first. Is that how that works? I think you actually, it always... My Death Rattle goes off first. Yeah, my Death Rattle goes off first. So I can get 1. So we'll push this 7 to the dome. We'll trade here. We'll drop our Smug Senor. You thinking Silas? You thinking Silas? And we'll get a hero power in. We want to sneak a hero power in every turn. And obviously this is a very important turn. If they don't have a single answer to anything here, including the 9-1, that would just make my day. I would love that. After those last couple turns. Dragonfire was discovered, right? No Og. You don't have another Og. There's no way you do. Studies should have happened first. Studies should have happened first if you were going to play it. You want to play your Discover cards first in case it gives you a better option. Right? Maybe the legendary they get is Roz, right? They play that over the 8/8. Or maybe it's Barongeddon. Oh, look at this. Look at this beautiful board. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, right? So gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Feels good. All right, let's see how they want to handle this. They got a hero power face every turn. Obviously, Apotheosis would make me throw up everywhere. Come on. Top decked again? That's another top deck. That's another top deck, my guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? How to luck into a top deck lethal? What a roller coaster. You see why I play this game for a living? This is awesome. This is great. Look at me. Would I say this if I lost the game? Of course not. But it is still. It would still be true. Let's end this. Let's put this person out of their misery immediately. This is a lesson, right? This is a lesson. It's not how many good top decks you get, but how good your top deck is, right? It's not quality. Wait, edit. It's not quantity that matters. It's quality. They may have gotten 3 excellent top decks, but we got the perfect lethal top deck, and that is the key. Next game. But we're doing pretty well with the series so far, is all I'll say. We're doing pretty well. Eventually, we'll get a hot Garbo run, for sure. I promise. For those who are looking for the hot Garbo, it'll come. I promise you that. Paladin, I don't want to be as greedy as a priest. Toss the value cards, keep the tempo cards. This card is excellent. And yeah, we'll take those. We can work with that. Something with a more than 1 health would be nice, though. Maybe like a nice acidic swamp ooze. Okay. I could just tempo the Og. Tempoing the Og could make way for coining this. I think I do. It sucks that it's a Guardian Og I'm tempoing. And then if I do that, do I just coin the Adorable Infestation? I don't think so, because you commit to Wound Prey in a 1/1, and if the Wound Prey doesn't quite work out, it's a little awkward. So there's the Adorable. Unless... Oh, wait a minute. Unless we coined the Saddle Master, they value trade to play a 3, we Wound Prey the 4/1, and then Adorable Infestation the Saddle Master, followed by a 1/1. The value, I see it. I see the plays. They also might just Hand of Vidal this and remove this, and we cry. It's very much on the table. I've had enough of that. I've had enough of that card. I have had enough of that card. So now what? They value trade, I Wound Prey, we Adorable that target. And go face, and this just ruins us? Very rude. Scorpions everywhere. That'll solve the problem perfectly off the top, because I'm a professional. There's no beast I'd rather play over Wound Prey here, right? I guess we find out anyway. Okay. Are you gonna True Silver me? If they True Silver me, I throw the Berserker. If they don't, I probably do go full beast. This is a huge Berserker, but like it's still good stats, this stuff, right? That's not good for them. It's great for us. Oh no. Please tell me that's not it. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? I'm on board for Value City. It's a trap. What is the meaning of this? Whooper? King Mukla to give them some nanners? Seems good. Why don't we just make some room and get this Murloc out of here? Buff this. Grab a thick hide Kodo. Thick Kodo. They're gonna need a Libram and a Consec. They Libram this turn and then Consec next. Yeah, right. So if they're gonna Consec, we just play our largest card in Berserker. Seems like the Saddle Master already did its job. I mean, the Brawler into Scorp was good, but like, you can't just miss turn 4 against the Hunter, right? You just cannot miss turn 4 against the Hunter. They will punish you every time. This deck is the Paladin killer. I'm a Hunter. You think I got spells? I ain't got no spells. With Apathy's a stalling tactic that I don't really think we care too much about. Let's just play the Lord Stunts and ship it all dome. Show me the money. Show me the money. What does he say when he concedes? I should know with all these paladins we've played today. You win this one. Your win, friend. I concede. Is that Uther? Who says that? Who says that?
What would Uther do?
Your win, friend. I concede. I don't. What do you say?
What would Uther do?
Uther would probably concede and tell me your voice line for conceding. Is my guess. That's probably what Uther would do. What are you doing? What are you hovering over? Do you think you have a chance to win this game? And you're deciding which way to best go about this turn? There's no way, right? There's no way you think you have a chance to win this game. After you cast a holy spell, summon a 2/2 medic with lifesteal. How much mana is that for? Oh my goodness, very holy of you. Nice. I mean, it's not even close to enough, but pretty cool, I guess. Raise the win rate on King Mukla. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Yeah, when opponents miss turn 4, face Hunter Likey. Toro against Pallies and 8-1 on the run. Who's next? Not a priest, not a priest, not a priest. Warrior. Okay. Okay. A warrior. The last warrior, what happened there? I remember complaining and then winning. That's... Why isn't that ringing a bell? I don't even recall. It wasn't even that long ago. Keep this. Do I keep the Razor Jaw? I guess I can. I guess it's a curve play. I may have to coin out this Swamp Ooze. Oh yeah, wait, was that the Gorehowl person? That we top deck? Did we top deck lethal? How did we win that game? All right, excellent. Let's coin out this instead then and keep our weapon removal. No Ganarg on 1. Vile Fiend is very rude. Should I just play a 3-1? Is that insane? It might be insane. I may be an insane person. I think it is. You know, you love to hit a warrior with ooze and destroy the weapon, and you know, if it happens again and they play a good weapon, yeah, it'll suck, but you gotta play your max tempo as a hunter. Right? They get it. You get it, right? So we could tracking and play this, but this survives to this trade. Plays on curve, and our opponent's likely to make this trade here, where we can Razor Jaw in after and play our top decked Lushwater Mercenary. Okay, that's pretty rude. That's pretty rude. I can't clear that. Adorable Infestation off the top? I should have called for the... Damn it, I called for the wrong card. I should have called for the Adorable Infestation. I didn't know a Dirty Taunt would be there. What if I trackinged into Adorable Infestation instead of Red Gill Lushwater? I guess what I could do instead then is... Well, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I think tracking might be better. I think tracking might be better, even if I get like an orc. The Piranha Launcher will clean something up. This is good in theory, but the 3/3 comes in here. This cleans up the Red Gill. You just don't get ahead. Tracking Adorable Infestation. Now we got an orc, which is fine. The moment is upon us. That's a really good Marauder. It's gonna be Anchorman, right? Yeah, it's always Anchorman on 5. That card is insanely common and very good. And now we are in trouble. Just gotta get this out there and take some damage. And see what we can remove. See what we can remove next. Hope it's enough. Slow turn here, please. Slow turn here if you don't mind. Nope. 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 I can remove a lot in theory. This just gets destroyed by a 3-1 and a 4-2. Feels terrible. This can clear everything but the 3-1. That's what it has to be. It has to be. You lose the Death Rattle synergy, you lose the Murloc synergy, but you need to do this. There's no other way. Clear this out. You match a 1-1 into the 3-1. You know full well they're just going to play another taunt, though. Then you probably have to take another 5 to match the 5-7 into it, and it just seems like it's a lost cause here. The Marauder, like, the breaking points were so terrible for us. Vile Fiend's an insanely OP card, and Stonemaul just sealed the deal, it seems like, here. Just got to do this, and you got to pray they don't have removal from hand, and match this in here. You got to. It's the only way. Double trade, though? Double trade, though. That's what we wanted. I'm not going to say its name. I'm not going to say its name. It costs 8, and I'm not going to say its name. They don't have it. You would slam it all day. If you had it, you'd slam it immediately. Okay, they don't have it. They do not have a Troublemaker in hand. Confirmed. Okay. Do I want to Carrion Studies at this point? I don't think I quite want to, right? I want to do this. And I can't take 5 more, can I? Seems like probably not. I've got Berserker in hand. It wants to be useful one day. Let's go ahead and do this then and match this in here and see what they do. Carrion Studies into... Oh, that's rude. At least it dies, but that's rude. And that is rude. That's a good top deck, filling in the curve nicely. Really, really strong tempo. Okay. Carrion Studies, what do you got for me? Claw Machine is pretty good. Claw Machine is pretty good. I take 5. I take 5. I would never be able to play the Dark Spear again. But I'm going to have to use that weapon eventually. I could run the 3-2 in and then match the Orc in. I probably should do that. I probably should do that. This is sad. I'm sad. I'm losing tempo because I'm dying. That is a beefy card. Can I even play it right now? Seems like no. And once again... Ooh, you gotta do this. You gotta do this if you're gonna win this game, right? Match this trade and this trade in. They play their taunts. You... Like, what are we even... We're doing our best here, but there's no way. Bone Tour Vanguard, maybe? That could have been bad for them. Ah, I see. Okay, no, that's definitely good. That's a good idea. And with that, we are good to get out of here, I think. This. Did that solve the problem? Did that solve the problem? All right, hey, that was a really good game. Our opponent came at us with a ton of really good tempo. Notice they play the Toxic Subarus instead of just doing something dumb like hero powering. Even though I have a 3-2 on the board, they still you play your tempo. It's kind of like when I coined out the 3-2 against our opponent's Wolpers. Like, you play your tempo, especially in a tempo v tempo matchup, which Warrior and Hunter are, right? Priest, maybe you can get away with a little bit of different stuff, right? Sometimes Mage can just be all value. But a well-played game by our opponent. And honestly, I think we all know that that second loss could have came a long time ago, and probably even that third loss too. So, one more loss, and the run is done. See if we can't win 1 or 2 more before that happens, or 3 or 4. Surely not a Priest. That'd be a terrible way to end the video. Getting destroyed by a Priest? I guess probably a lot of videos will end that way. Inevitable part of playing Hearthstone. A Shaman! Okay. Okay. One bit of AoE could be enough to take this deck out, right? One good Lightning Storm or one good... pew! What's that card called? Dunk Tank. Keep the 3. Grab some Curve. Direwolf, if it lives into Orc, is good. Maybe a nice Wolpertinger on 1, though. I don't know if we played Wolpertinger on turn 1 at all this run, which is saddening to me. Cthulhu Chamois. So now we know they have at least one piece of AoE. Okay. Got a 5 and a 6 in our starting hand. Not what I love to see here. And our opponent's starting with Guidance and Overloading. And Overloading to give me a tempo advantage. Even though they're terrible spells, they overload because they're both so terrible. So you gotta combine them into one card. Okay, they did overload. So that's good. That's good news in theory, I hope. I think. We're hovering a lot. We got ourselves a hovering Harry. Okay, interesting. Play a Lord's Taunt to block the way. And play a Freeze Girl. I mean, we just play our other Orc over here, right? I mean, look at that board. Look at that beautiful, beautiful board. Piranha Launcher's incoming. If they find a way to deal damage in the value trade. Like a Serpent Shrine on one of these. You'd want to Serpent Shrine the 2/2, but you might actually, you maybe should Serpent Shrine the 4/6 and then value trade once. Could honestly just be a Lightning Storm here. Coin the Cthulhu AoE as well as another idea. We're hovering over every single card. Surely one of them is the winner here. Lightning Storm. Coin Cthulhu. Show me the body. Oh my god, don't do this. No, don't do that. Oh my god. I'm sitting here just playing honest minions. Why would you not give that to the Ghidra? The Ghidra, though. What have you done? You could have given that to the Ghidra. That would have been way better, right? You could have cleared everything, and including this, and kept your 4/1. That is tragic. That is tragic. All right, well, Piranha Launcher here. Definite misplay by our opponent. And, like, I'm a little worried because that seems like a pretty obvious one. That seems like a pretty obvious misplay, which at 8 and 2 means that your opponent just might have an absolutely busted deck. I mean, already Ghidra is super strong. Ghidra Cthulhu. Bone Blast is really strong too. Whew. Pretty good, but the Piranha Launcher deals with this nicely. We'll come in with a Smug, see if it turns into a frog. If you're asking why not play the Carrion Studies, it's because I want to maybe play Carrion Studies and fill in the curve and then like next turn actually use the discount. Playing the Carrion Studies with a curve play already doesn't use the discount at all. Oh boy. Oh boy, they got spells. Here comes a Dunk Tank. We gotta go face. We gotta go face fast. I don't know, those misplays, man. Like, we're gonna get destroyed. You just know it. It's gonna be Tidal Wave discovered from Guidance. Wait, you already played both Guidance spells. What is the meaning of this? Dogs on the loose? No, I'm the one who wishes they had a Lightning Storm. So I really do want to go face. Okay, well, we've got a nice trade there, nice trade there. 5 can go to the dome. We could Carrion Studies now. An idea could be Carrion Studies, and if we don't find something we want to play right now, we can just play both Murloc's Hero Power. Because I don't want to play Claw Machine on this board. Lion? I don't know. Do I really want another 5/7 taunt? I don't think that really is what I want to do. I want to find a Death Rattle that deals face damage. Let's see what's in here. Fish? Alar? Yeesh? Alar could be annoying. Do something like a Lar. Forget this combo with hero power. Just play this. This comes in here. This goes in here. You play the Alar. And I think you just play this guy. And say goodbye to your +1/+1. Big turn here. Let's see some AoE. It's gonna happen, right? 2-1 into the 5/5 Lightning Storm. After that slow start. Slow start up until the Ghidra. Top Keck. Katoon body. Okay. That's where you need your 7-2 to eat all those up, right? But I guess it gets to go face. Do we have lethal? One off? One off lethal? Probably just this. We are one off, right? Let's see. 12. 12. Yeah, there's no extra damage. Unless, could we wound prey? No, can't draw a spell. Yeah, so I think you just do this, copy this, death rattle. But no need to trigger it right now. You just play this Murloc. Make that trade. Make sure you hit that button every turn. And now if they do decide to play Tidal Wave, we get 2 Alars back immediately. Oh no, we'd get... we get 1 Alar anyway. Yeah, 2 Alars. None of them can attack. So that's fine. They don't actually gain that much health either. We keep these guys and keep rolling with the hero powers. Hero power all day. Another? You can Tidal Wave all day. I'm getting my 7/3s back every time. GG. GG. I said GG. Okay, I got Claw Machine. Get the, I said good day. I said good day. Oh my goodness. Another Wolper? Another 1 mana 8/8 over here? Alright, interesting. Again, I really wonder how that game could have changed if our opponent had Rockbite or the Ghidra and actually gained the board instead of giving it up. Could have been a different game. Learning points, right? I mean, we all make mistakes. Sometimes you don't realize it, sometimes you do, but that's one we can all learn from. Next. Going for those double Ds. Sylvanas versus... oh no, another Hunter? Please let me go first this time then. It's not the same one, right? I remember Narwhal Drago. Go second again. That's a better start than we had the last time, though. Toss the Wanderer. Look for a little bit better curve. Yeah, okay. It's probably slightly better. It's good with Wound Prey, anyway. Turn 1. We needed, against the last Hunter, we needed the Wound Prey. Right? They played Wolper. And now we actually have the Wound Prey, which gives us a lot more of a chance than it did in the last game. Just play it, take the board, keep the coin. Coin orcs. It's a pretty good start. Pretty good start for us. Match the orc into that. The old Orc and Smork, a classic. The old Orc and then Smork. Ooh, Pat Kodo. I haven't drafted a Pat Kodo. I have a lot of good hunters lately, but I haven't drafted a Pat Kodo in a while. Really, really strong card. Get rid of this and just drop another. Seems good. And let's see if they got Rinling's Rifle. Would you play it here? Probably. Scrap and trade. And now they have a Lord Beast. Alright, DID value probably. Probably value trade this. Get more use out of the orc. Dirigible Ooze next. Let's see the weapon. You chose Piranha Launcher, right? Like, you chose Piranha Launcher all day, right? Let's see that Piranha Launcher, buddy. I guess that's arguably better than a Piranha Launcher. Alright. How greedy do I want to be here? They played their beast, so I don't need to play around a weapon. So let's just go like this. This. We'll value trade here and keep the Divine Shield intact. And the A5 is good, but like we've got the board under control. And well, like there's not really a good trade. I guess the best technical trade would be into what? The ooze. So maybe now into the 4-3? Or do you just want to try to smork? Yeah, that's a tough one. So it makes sense, right? I mean, they want to make sure this effect activates. We'll go ahead and make this trade and just drop our Smug Senior in the middle. If they double trade, that's fine. I mean, we're going face with our other 2 minions every turn here. We've got a Claw Machine for Lord Tunt. Carrion Studies for a nice Tunk. Pretty good shape. That was a tough scrap shot into Scorp, right? That was tough. Okay. Do I bother Claw Machining that? I don't think so. I'm gonna just match this in here. You could play Elephant. Elephant is the punish. But I just want to go face. You just play this, Smork, Smork. This trade sucks for them. If they play Elephant, it goes down to 3 health. We have 2 of these. We have this and this anyway, right? So if they make like this trade and then this trade, we run the 4-3 into the Elephant, develop hero power. Should be fine. What are you looking for? Explosive? Trade first, then explosive is the idea? Oh, that is awesome. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Is it explosive? You trying to fool me? Because if I go face here, so how much? I would deal 5-7 damage to the dome. Carrion Studies? What I get from Carrion Studies could change a lot here. I may play this anyway, but I might just play... Like, if I get a Tonky Boy, I know I have no fears. Go high main hero power after going face? That's a tough one to stop. You know, Claw Machine Terran's cute, but the game's not going on that long, right? Let's do this. Now, if it's not... We don't give them the chance at, like, pack tactics. If it kills my 3-2, so be it. And my 1-1? 4... I guess we could do this. Snakes? Is only 2 snakes. A 3-3? I guess isn't a big deal. Oh, man. That's actually tight. I should be fine with just the high main hero powers. It's gotta be explosive. There's no way. When you're 100, like, after, like, there's no way you don't pick explosive there, right? So, like, I might as well just make the trades. It wasn't as much of a guessing game. It's like, it's gotta be explosive, so just play the best around it. Like, what else are you gonna take there? Okay, got a Claw Machine for that. I'm sorry, fellow hunter. I hope you are at 9-1 or 10-1 or something. I do. I hope this. So that we both may continue to smork. That brings us to 10. Double Ds have been reached. One more dub, final boss action? Can we pull it off? I don't know. I'm already pretty happy with this run. 69 rated hunter deck. You know, quite a few of the... I mean, it's a nice deck. It's a nice deck. But there are quite a few of the, like, power cards we missed out on. I don't know. We got Saddle Master. We got Lion. Those are typical. We got Carrion Studies. And we got a lot of good stuff. And it's a good curve. But we could have lost 3 games a while ago. The old Hog and Lushwater combo? Well, 10-2 Demon Hunter. Oh my god. That's not good. I had a run off stream and also not recording. Just playing a run as I was doing some other stuff. where I got hit by Cycle very recently from Demon Hunter. It was unfortunate. Cycle of Hatred, too strong. Tremaine Crescent is a very strong card. That's scary. You probably... I mean, let them hero power this? I think I'm gonna... If I try to be cheeky here... Like, I'm just playing this next anyway. And if they hero power, they're probably not playing anything else. You probably just play the 3-2. And let them hero power and not play anything else. Darkmoon Dirigible gets wrecked by Demon Hunter in general, let alone a weapon, so... They're not having it. They're coining the hero power. They're not coining the hero power? They're not coining the hero power. What the heck? Alright, let's deal some more damage to them. Get smorkin'. True aim into Imprisoned Vile Fiend is very, very strong. Drops the Divine Shield before playing a minion, because they're coining out a score. Oh my god. Well, that is pretty strong. That is a pretty strong card. Oh my goodness. Hey, we're at 10 wins. We're at 10 wins. You could go face with the 3-5 and then run the weapon into the 5 and then develop. Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah. Slow turn? Can I ask for a slow turn after that, or? Yeah, you know what? It was a little much to ask. Fair enough. Piranha Launcher face? Piranha Launcher face ever? Is that giving up on the board too much? Like, what else do you do? Carrion Studies for a play? Carrion Studies for a 5 cost? Honestly. There's so little hope. I think you need to just get these stats rolling while we kind of still can, and try to hit that hero power button and get them down. Maybe lethal with a piercing shot. Seems like we're just so far behind after that Kurtrus. So strong. Oof. Claw Machine into the 3-6. Ignore the initiates completely. Forget its effects. Move on. What's in here? Youthful. Okay. Go ahead and make your value trade. I'm not clearing this anytime soon anyway. Top deck Skull on 6? No. That was saved. That was saved on purpose. Okay, this is sickening. This deck is gross. Ah, yes. Good. That's fair. That's fair and balanced. Okay. It's a 0 mana, draw 3 cards, right? 0 mana, draw 3 cards. -1. 0 mana, draw 3 cards, gain 1 mana crystal. It's pretty good. So yeah, I mean that's a tough opponent. I'm afraid we're a little outclassed here. Don't think there's too many decks that can beat that. But hey, we'll take a 10 winner. Pretty strong. Carrion Studies, can you do anything for us? Carrion Studies? If this were 6 mana and it summoned a copy of itself, there'd be a chance, maybe. Tracking, can you do anything for us? I mean, I can play this. So I guess technically, yeah. But is it enough? No way. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close unless they have nothing but 10 drops in their hand. What else? I just want to see what else they have in this deck. Like, is that it? Are you done? Skull? Kurtrus? I mean, good curve. Vile Fiend's great. True Aim? What else?
I grow
Half expecting a Priestess of Fury here. Okay, that's reasonable. That's unreasonable. You're gonna beat me with the played Gruntled Patron? So much respect. So much respect for that. That's excellent news. I can't deal with this. What do I do, you know? It's so good. It's so strong. I can't deal with it. This? Should I, though? Or should I just play the taunts? I need to get this out there. I can play this first and then play the taunt second. Is there actually a way I can win this game? That was actually a pretty bad turn, right? I think I get as many stats on the board as I can now, and then protect them behind taunts for the next 2 turns. It's tough, but I think it's the play. I could have positioned better. This over here. But I'm just going to put a taunt behind it anyway. Let's see if we're dead. Are we dead? Is Inner Demon a card? I don't think it is. Can we actually win this game? We're threatening lethal. We're threatening lethal on this board. Did we actually just swing this back? Military Studies into Ganarg isn't enough. This really shows how one weaker turn, especially at high wins, can really swing the game around. Right? Like, those were 2 weak... Well, I mean, Earthen Ring can be okay, but it only went face. 3 mana, 3/3, 4 mana, 3/3. All of a sudden, boom. That tempo loss can give us enough of a chance to swing it around. Like, when I say, like, we're getting destroyed, we have no chance, that's under the assumption that they at least play basic, like, reasonable curve. Like, we got lethal threatened here. You have to trade. Like, our turn was so much better than theirs. I can't believe... I was certain we had lost this. I was so sure we had lost this. Positioning, our 1/1s. Double? The double Dion. It's the double Dion. Gotta play our taunts. Do I need to go face here? I need to go face here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not like they're... It's not like they're gonna have lethal even if they get through this with, like, an elephant. You push this face all day. Let's go. Let's go. You don't have lethal, so you're gonna have to stop everything I have on board, right? Right? You don't have lethal. And then we can throw it on the scrapyard if it's not already over. Oh no, what is this? Okay. It's not Command the Illidari or, you know, Expendable Performers or anything. So that's fine, in that sense. It's just such a terrible stat line for them to deal with, right? 7? Are you thinking about hero powering? Can you even do that? I don't think you can. Oh boy. Wow. I have to imagine if we made any deviations from the plays we made, we wouldn't have won this game. I can't believe we won that. I guess sometimes you just gotta hope your opponent slows down for a second. They played so many good things in a row, and then all of a sudden, Gruntled Patron, Earthen Ring. And it's like, oh, wow, we actually have a chance. If they played anything with reasonable stats, we probably, definitely don't have a chance to win that. And 11-2. Going for a final boss. Let's see who's waiting for us there. Man, we just have kept finding ways to win games in this run. It's been crazy. Like, way back in the video, I was saying how we could have maybe been 3-3 or 4-3 in this one. It's our Saddle Master, our Piercing, our War Song, and our Mana Feeder, and we're up against a beefy Druid. 11-win Druid? Are we dealing with Arbors? I don't mind this start in general, but I don't really want to be taking it too slowly against a Druid. War Song into Wolper is especially good against Druid. Any extra stats? I think we're going to make this work. I think we can make this work. Plus, I have a feeling that our deck probably isn't as good as most at 11-2, so I might be a tad riskier. Wolper, I mean, I'm happy to see ya and all, but didn't you want to wait to be drawn by Wrangler? That's fine, I guess. I guess we can draw Lion. And no, we're not going to wait for the Saddle Master on that one. Okay, so things to look out for Druid. Arbor up, Mark of the Lotus. Dreaming Drake is a pretty common one right now. Just Direwolf. Just Direwolf, yep. Seems fine. Still holding onto the coin this early. Pounce, wow. It's really strong. Just piercing shot that. Wait, spends the coin. If we play the War Song Wrangler, it just doesn't quite work. Damn, that's really tough. I think you probably play the piercing shot. It's too many stats. The Divine Shield's too good, but this could really let our opponent back into it. Pounce Sunwell. That was a really strong turn 3. Hero powering? Scorping. Scorping. Okay. Dang. That's a tough one, too, because we could go Saddle Master Guardian Og. They'd have to hero power and run this into it, which they probably would. If we play this, they get the full clear. Without the hero power, it can develop a 5. But we do get the Saddle Master at least with something. Probably, I don't know, Hellbore off the War Song. And then the other option is Mana Feeder, Guardian Og, the Mana Feeder, Adorable, the Guardian Og, and that's pretty good. I probably want to do that. Make it so that there's a couple really awkward targets for the 5-2. And then if we're good at the game, you know, we just top deck Hellbore and then go Saddle Master, Cub Hellbore. Okay. Takes up the 1-1 and not the Divine Shield, so probably not doing anything with the 5-2. They also probably don't have Menagerie Ward, and they do trade. Oh, they do trade because they have a ginormous 5-6 taunts. Dang. Dang, that's pretty good. My 4 cost card is a 3-4. Their 3 cost cards is a 5-6 taunt. That doesn't seem fair. Oh boy. Could just play Hellbore here. I mean, what else are we doing? Lion. Play Carrion Studies. Don't play the Hellbore. Play the Cub. This is going to be a value trade. I think we might need this. Tempting. It's so tempting. But I think we need this. Play this next turn? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. If they make this trade, I want the Cub down. What if they make that trade and I hog it after? I think I need the Lion. I think I need the Lion. They make this trade. They just are going to hero power this anyway, right? But what if they don't? I need it down. I need it down. I'm sorry, Saddle Master. I need it. If they play a 6-drop, I need that to come in. I need to match into the minion on board. Get these Sporps out of here. I mean, they're fine if I have like 3 of them or 4 of them. Then that's fine. That could be Arbor Up, could be Mark of the Lotus, could be Survival of the Fittest. Lots of good spells you can get as a druid. They do hero power to protect their 5-6, makes sense. And now what in the heck are we supposed to do? Well, we can Lion into that, I guess. We'll Lion into that, potentially. Get a 2-cost Death Rattle here. It's gotta be Cairn. It's gotta be Cairn. And play it now and see if they double trade. And then if they don't, we can go Saddle Master Lion. It's their only way, right? It's the only way to win this game, I think. Will you double trade it? Or will you ignore it and smork? That's the question. At least we're playing against a druid. If we go 11 here, feels a lot better at the end of the day to go 11 and 3 when you get beaten by a druid, even though they're the #1 class, than a priest, you know? Alfurion, did you drop your phone on the toaster? No, I see you. Uh-oh. Well, here we go. Oh, not a buff. Not a board buff. Okay, they double trade that. They do single trade the Cairn. Single trade the Cairn. Okay, interesting. Tracking. Can you find me wound prey? Gets rid of the death rattle. Playing around the lion wisely. Saddlemaster to the poison? This has to come into the 8, right?
The moment is upon us.
Claw machine. Eats up my... No, I already ate up my discount with Cairn.
The moment is
Claw machine? I mean, there's nothing we can do to stop this from happening anyway. And they might not kill the claw machine, and maybe we lie in the claw. Maybe we lie in the claw. That could be neat. I doubt it, but maybe. Fish. 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 Fish medic? It's so rude. You don't even pop your 1/1? You don't even care? You don't even freaking care? Damn. Damn, dog. Just keeping your Sporpy up there, knowing I don't have any pings? Knowing I have nothing I can do about it? I can't lion. I cannot lion until this is popped. So do I just offer you this into the poison into that? Be terribly sad? I think we lose this game. They're not even gonna... They're just gonna fish around the 3/4 into this or something crazy. Alright. Let's play these two cards and see what our opponent has planned here. We're just too far behind. We needed a really good lion and we couldn't quite land one. Oh dear. That's pretty big. That's a pretty large card. I don't think we're gonna win this game. Damn, DID Lion would be a great way to answer this 5/8. They've been playing this whole game with a 5-mana 1/1 being played, by the way, and they're still destroying us. That's not great. It's not great for us. Saddlemaster time. Get those beasts that do stuff. Or give them 2 giant things to destroy and keep, like, still a ton of stats. I don't think we can win this thing. All right. Let's give them 2 incredible trades. Let them keep a ton of stats and give them 10 mana and see what happens. Hey, let's see Survival of the Fittest. That might be fun. That Sunwell Initiate came down and really stopped our start. We had to piercing shot that. Like, we otherwise you just get so overwhelmed, and it ended up being our downfall anyway. Maybe our opponent dropped their phone in the oven when they were making pizza. Oh no, I see them. Thinking away. You don't have to think that hard, man. You got me. You got me. Maybe finally use your poison, you know? Come on. That's a pretty big beefer. Not using the poison. Ah, finally popping this guy open. Okay. Okay. So I could go Lion into here with DID. 6/6 into here. I could go keep this alive. Play this into here, rather. So close to being able to clear this guy. Alright, so we get this excellent trade. We get Lion into the 9/4. I mean, keeping this alive literally does nothing because they just trade here anyway. But it is still technically better. This is slow. This is a slow, painful death we're going through right now. You know, it stings. It hurts. What can we top deck? Nothing. They still got this 1/1 poison on the board. Yes, Sarah. Excellent. Good. I drafted you, Sarah. That'll be fine. We can handle that. All we need to do is draw a beast. Oh darn, never lucky. I'll let you guys watch the end of this. If you want here. I was gonna say they got lethal showing. I mean, Dream Nightmare it's over. This card is just so busted. They didn't need it to beat us, but it's still just so busted. Even if we were winning at this point, we just lost the game to that card coming down. All right. Oh, and an Arbor up? This deck is disgusting, dude. And an Arbor up. Incredible. It was an honor to be destroyed by such an unbelievably excellent druid. Congratulations on your 12, and congratulations to ourselves on this 11. Really, really strong run. Man, we cheesed a lot of wins out of this one. This one could have fallen a long time ago. So hey, we didn't beat the final boss. Not even close to beating the final boss. But we still had a pretty good run with the 11. Not too shabby. Solid stuff. Again, we've had a lot of success so far with these YouTube exclusive runs. I do promise you guys I will tank one eventually. It's only a matter of time, so stay tuned. Check it out next week. I'm going to be posting these every Monday is the plan. Good stuff today. There are the rewards. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the series, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. And if you are enjoying my content in general, subscriptions, especially early on in my career, really do go a long way. And it's just a click of a button. Would really appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
My name is Judge.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is.
That's a silly name.
Judge.
Okay, that's enough.